It will be the most hyped draft lottery since Connor McDavid. And if it was held today, which we're about to do, Columbus would have the top odds, that 25.5% shot of picking first. Its own 18.5% chance and 7% chances combined of the 5 teams ranked 12 through 16, because remember, you can only move up 10 spots in the draft. So 12 through 16, no chance to get first overall. Montreal would have a combined 9.5% chance of winning the lottery, its own 6.5%, and Florida's 3% chance, courtesy of the Ben Sherratt trade last year. So it's still weeks away, but no reason that we cannot do it right here. I'm a little nervous because of the person involved who's going to be unveiling the draft lottery, but that something's going to go horribly wrong. Not you, Craig Button, who is our chief scout in all this. Excited?
Oh, yeah. How can you not be excited? I mean, the prize is massive.
It's as big. Do we use the word generational? Did we decide on Connor Bedard?
Did you forget about the World Junior?
No, I did not.
I saw people with T-shirts that had it made.
That's why we made the video. All right, so let's do it. As promised, we're going to do it exactly the way the NHL does. We have the machine that has the little ping pong balls in it, represented 200 different ping pong balls. All 16 projected non-playoff teams are in there, just like the NHL. Remember, it's 2 separate draft lotteries, one for the number 1 pick, one for the number 2 pick. We did it just a few minutes ago, just like the National Hockey League does. To reveal the results, we needed our own Bill Daly, the most trusted, reliable person at the network. With the briefcase, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff O'Neill. Is this the real Jeff O'Neill or the stand-in? Oh, it looks like the real
Jeff pictures,
O'Neill.
Please.
Entering, handcuffed to within that briefcase that he has, the numbers and the teams and where they will end up in order in the 2023 fake draft lottery. Craig, you went through this, 3 times as a Calgary GM. What would the GMs be feeling at this moment with Connor Bedard out there?
Well, what they would be feeling, the ones and probably the ones that don't even have a great odds to win it, are just sitting there just hoping beyond hope that they could get this player.
Changes the franchise overnight.
He's a franchise-changing player. That's exactly what he is.
2 different GMs at the World Juniors said this would completely turn around our franchise for the next 15 years if they could get Connor Bedard. All right, let's get to it, our own Bill Daly. Jeff O'Neill, please reveal from 16 to 12, the teams that are not able to finish first.
With the 16th selection in this year's entry draft, the Nashville Predators.
It's called the draft, the draft lottery, but yeah, that's good enough.
You're ruining my bit.
Okay.
The draft lottery, the Nashville Predators at 16. At 15, the New York Islanders. This pick is going to the Red Wings in the Hronek trade.
Well done. You got the details down. Continue.
Yes. At 14, the Ottawa Senators.
Okay.
And that pick is going, too.
To the Coyotes in the Chychrun trade. Thank you, Craig. At 13, the Calgary Flames.
Okay.
At 12, the Detroit Red Wings.
Okay. So if my calculations are correct, nothing has changed so far. Those are the exact positions those teams should have been in. So none of them won either one of the lotteries. So remember, now it gets real. Any team that is picked from 11, because you can move up 10 spots, any team can win the lottery and have the first overall pick. Mr. O'Neill, let's go back and begin with the 11th selection in the 2023 draft.
Thank you, James. The 11th selection, the Florida Panthers. This pick is going to the Canadiens in the Sherratt deal. The 10th selection, the Washington Capitals. The 9th selection, the St. Louis Blues.
Okay. Everything's still par for the course.
Yep.
The 8th selection, the Philadelphia Flyers. The 7th selection, the Montreal Canadiens.
All right. Okay.
The 6th selection, the Arizona Coyotes.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow. There's some excitement in Vancouver right now.
So that means that Vancouver has moved up and will either have the first or second. I got this right. They'll either have the first or second selection in the draft, the Vancouver Canucks. Wouldn't that be something?
We know that. So Patrick Alvin, you asked me what a manager's doing. Well, now he's a lot closer to that.
Right.
He's one or two.
By the way, I know TV viewers, and they're probably saying they rigged this to, Connor Bedard to go to Vancouver. This was just done one time a few minutes ago outside the studio. Where are we now? Five, Jeff O'Neill? 5, Jeff.
The 5th selection, the San Jose Sharks.
Okay.
The 4th selection, the Anaheim Ducks. The 3rd selection, the Chicago Blackhawks.
All right, let's pause there. We did this draft lottery for a long time here on TSN in this very studio. I'm not going to throw to commercial break and do the whole Ryan Seacrest thing, but we're down to 2 remaining teams, and they would be the Vancouver Canucks and the Columbus Blue Jackets. So we will reveal the first selection in the draft first. I don't know if you have your cards in order the proper Bill Daly way. We'll do number 1 first. That's the dramatic way.
I know, Jimmy. I'm a trained professional.
All right, let's do it. Who will have the number 1 selection? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
With the first selection in this year's entry draft, the Columbus Blue Jackets.
So close for Vancouver. Well, what a break for CBJ.
That means at number 2, the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah, we figured out that part.
I was told to say it.
You did extremely well. I thought this was going to be a debacle, and you handled this like an absolute professional.
Thank you.
We have the video that was shot just a couple of minutes ago. So this was with our fancy little machine. That was the first draw. Okay, so that's the one for number 1? Okay, so that was the second. That was the second one that had Vancouver come in second, and then obviously Columbus winning the draft lottery. Mr. O'Neill, you are excused. Congratulations on an excellent job, and fake congratulations to Jarmo Kekalainen and the Columbus Blue Jackets, who get the first overall fake selection in the fake 2023 draft. What would that mean? We're going to do a mock draft for you, but quickly, what would that mean for Columbus?
Well, we just talked about a franchise-changing player. How about Johnny Gaudreau and Patrick Laine that get a centerman to just slide in between those two guys? Everybody questioned, why would Johnny Gaudreau go to the Columbus Blue Jackets? He's got an answer right now. I mean, you talk about 2 elite wingers and a centerman like Connor Bedard. Wow.
And as promised, here is Connor Bedard, fresh off the ice from his game day skate. You'll watch him in action tonight as Regina takes on Winnipeg. This is basically practice for you because you're going to be in the mess and mayhem of the draft lottery in a little while. So your reaction to Columbus fake winning the draft lottery?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a reaction or anything to it. I think, obviously, like you said, kind of a fake one. And for me, I'm still playing, a lot of games left, and got to prove myself, and obviously lots to go in the NHL. That's
fair enough. You can come up with a real reaction to the actual real lottery in a few weeks. It's been 2 months and a day since that overtime goal against Slovakia kept Canada alive at the World Juniors. Just wondering, I know you've been busy with the Pats, but how many times might you have watched that goal, and how many times have people asked you about it like I am right now?
Yeah, I've definitely been asked about it a lot, and if it comes up on my phone or something, then I'll kind of see it here and there. But I've watched it a few times, and but I try not to watch it too much.
Right. We featured that goal in our new TSN Segal Bad for Bedard, which I know you've seen. I don't want to ask you to review it because I'm terrified of what you might say, but is there one particular performance, perhaps, that you enjoyed in the video?
I thought Dog did pretty good, but I mean, that was pretty funny. I think some of the boys were giving it to me about it. But it was good. I didn't expect it. I saw it, and I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, we apologize for that. I actually think they're playing it on the big screen in the intermission of your game tonight as well.
Well,
sorry, man.
At least we'll be in the room. So.
That's right. You and Connor McDavid both scored your 100th point of the season on February 17th. How closely do you pay attention to the other Connor?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to. Just what he's done and what he's doing this year has been incredible. I mean, he's got kind of seeming to break some records, and what he's doing this year especially. It's crazy to think that he's even able to get better every year, but he seems to do it. And I think all hockey fans across the world have had a lot of fun watching him, and can't even believe he's even real, to be honest.
You're not the only one in your family who's a terrific hockey player as well. Your 15-year-old cousin, Gavin McKenna, drafted #1 in the WHL draft by Medicine Hat, tore up the Canada Winter Games representing Yukon. Just ridiculous numbers. Can you give us a scouting report on him?
Yeah, I mean, he's special. I mean, like you said there, he had some ridiculous numbers at the Winter Games against the best competition, with his age. And I got to play against him a few weeks back, and he had a couple assists against us as a 15-year-old, and he was already an impact player being this young. And I mean, to think about him being a late birthday as well is pretty crazy. So he's special, and I've had a lot of fun following his career, and I'm sure you guys will be talking about him a lot here in the near future.
As you know, we became a little fascinated with you drawing on your stick tape during the World Juniors. Any recent artistic things that you've done there?
Not really. No. When I got back, I forgot kind of before that first game. I think I ran out of ideas and I just couldn't think any longer. So then that game went well, and so I've kind of gone away from it a bit, but maybe I'll come back.
Hey, clearly you're not that superstitious. If you did something, it went so well, you win a gold medal, and then you forgot about it when you got home. But listen, thanks for playing along with us. Thanks for being a good sport with the video, and we look forward to watching all the drama for the real draft lottery. Thanks, Connor.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.